Hey, welcome back to Lasco Ford. I'm Paul Zagman. We're going to take a look at the 2021 Ford F-150. Now we're going to review the interior, the exterior, and try and give you everything you need to know about what Ford is coming up with in their new 2021 F-150. Now this is going to be the XLT package, which is the highest selling trim level of all the different F-150s, and it's extremely versatile. And you're going to see a lot of things that have changed between the 20 and 21. We're going to try and point those out to you. Best way to find out about all the trim levels is, as we get them in, you're going to like and subscribe. If you do that, you're going to see the Lariats, you're going to see the Limiteds, you're going to see the King Ranch, you're going to even see the 2021 Ford F-150 Tremor package that you're going to see as well. Let's just tear into this thing and get started. First thing that I wanted to take a look at that I always enjoy is the lighting system that's going to be on this truck. Not only an LED daytime running lamp that's going to be going with the vehicle, you've got LED fog lights below, your low beam, which is on the top part of this truck. So here's your low beam, here's your high beam. But guess what? Finally, you don't have to go all the way up into a Lariat package to get these in LED. Now they all match. So you've got that huge daytime running lamp. You got fog lights down below. Now the cool thing with the fog lights is Ford has changed this, so as I turn the wheel to the right, for example, you can even have your low beam and your high beam on. This will actually illuminate as you're cornering the vehicle and driving through whatever type of terrain that you're going through, giving you an even better visual path of where you're headed with your new F-150. Things that have changed, 97% of this truck has changed, so we're going to touch on just about everything. Starting with the hood and working our way down, this is their new design of the Power Dome hood. You're going to see a couple more contours that are going to be laid in the center of the hood. And this, which was before the original Power Dome, was much wider. Now it's a little bit narrower, giving us more contour going through the hood and improving our aerodynamics and fuel economy as we continue forward. This is the Sport package. So the Sport package in this, the XLT for 2021, is going to give you this carbonized flat gray grille that's going to come with this truck, okay? Down below, you're going to have this upper bumper cover here, and then the bumper itself, both painted to match, with a black tow hook down below. Inside of the grille, you're going to see grille shutters, which Ford has had out since they started it with the Focus way back in, what, 9 years ago now, in 2012. We're going to continue on and see a couple things that have changed. Now, Ford did a whole different contour on the side of how this front fender is. So that contour has changed, giving you the aesthetic look of a wheel well, not a wheel well liner, but more of like that fender flare style. Going into the wheel, now this is a wheel option and an optional upgrade from the 18 that's standard on this truck into the 20-inch wheel. Now this wheel is that same color that you're seeing on the grille, so it's matching the grille to the wheels to even this, the fender badging that you're going to see as you kind of move up here, where it says F-150 has XLT. Now that's going to match your wheel as well. Taking a look at the mirrors, it is too a new design for the mirrors on the side of the F-150 as well. This is going to have our LED mirror spot lamp in here, and if you look inside, you're going to see it says Ford. There's a couple of those little Easter eggs that you're going to find as you continue looking through the F-150 for 2021. Now this mirror is a collapsible mirror, and they made it go even further than what they did in the 2020 model. So if you are backing out of a garage or backing into a garage, if you catch that mirror, you're not going to rip it off. Well, the other part too is you're going to have a blind spot awareness system. It's going to be located in the top part of your mirror here. As we keep moving forward, Ford continued to use the keyless entry keypad system with this truck, and that is a customizable code that you can set a 5-digit code to unlock the driver's door or all 4 doors and your tailgate as well. Things that I've noticed, when you come up to the truck and you have your lock option here, when you are in proximity with the key for a 302A, which is this, the XLT 302A, which is the top trim level of XLT, we're going to have paint to match mirrors, or paint to match door handles. We're going to have the LED headlamps that you're seeing inside or on the front of the truck. And then you're also going to have a 12-inch touchscreen, which we're going to show you some of the interior features here in just a few minutes. As you're walking through, we've got a painted to match running board. We have our capless, easy fuel, capless fuel system as well. And when you take a look at the actual running board itself on the Sport, we're going to run that 6-inch angular running board here with your caps on the ends, huge brackets, and there is an available extended length running board as well to help you have that footstep to be able to get into the bed of the truck, adjust tie downs, toolboxes, and those type of things without having a gigantic gaping hole like some of our competition has there. Cool things that Ford kept. it's still the all aluminum body on this vehicle too. So if you are seeing the 2015 and newer design that they came in the 13th generation of the F-150, this is now the 14th generation of the #1 selling truck in America, period, for over 40 years running. Take a look at your taillights. That's a new design as well. And we look at the contour that's in here, excuse me. And you can take a look at the halogen beams. This is where your radar system is going to be for that blind spot awareness system. Things that they've improved as well. You take a look at even the rear bumper, a different contour. You've got your reverse sensing system that's going to be here, a 4-pin wiring harness, a 7-pin wiring harness, LED for your license plate lighting there. This is a new flashlight design that not only helps when you put the vehicle in reverse, but also can be triggered from inside of the vehicle. So if you need additional lighting behind the vehicle, you can have that as well. Now, your camera is going to be here. You'll notice that this is going to be all painted to match, where your touch button, soft touch button, only came on the Lariat last year. Now it's a soft touch button for the XLT. Lots of changes, tons of changes. We kept things that made sense, and we'll show you one of those right now. This is the LED bed lighting. So you have 4 LEDs on this side, the driver's side. You have 4 more LEDs on the passenger side, and then it also illuminates up by your top chimsel. You're gonna have 4 more LEDs up there. This is cool too, because people have been asking, what are these for? So you have this, and you have this. And it's not just for aerodynamics. This is where your HD satellite radio is going to be coming from, and where your modem is going to be retrieving satellite as well, and that matches on both sides instead of having the shark fin antenna that you see up front. This is available with a chimsel camera too, which is going to pop right out of here and look down into the bed of the truck for uses of gooseneck or fifth wheel towing capabilities. Now, they do make a couple different tailgate applications too. First thing I was going to talk about is they do make a vinyl and glass composite that can go over the top of this, and that's going to have a 48-inch measuring device that's with it, right? So you can use that tailgate, you can go through, you can cut wood, you can use it more utilitarian-like. So the thing that I see on the back side of this too is there's 2 little clamp spots, and it'll even have a picture of that clamp. So this is to just take a C-clamp and be able to, instead of hooking the whole tailgate, you can just simply hook right here with a C-clamp, put a board there if you need to cut it, or anything that you're going to need to even strap down and use in any way you see fit. Taking a look over here, on both sides you're going to have additional tie downs, so you now can do up to 10 tie downs in the bed of this truck, which is unreal. So that also doubles as a bottle opener, so catching that one from the Bronco. On the 2021 Sport F-150, you're going to see down here too a chrome exhaust tip. You're going to see some of that gravel guard too that's going to come down below. We're going to be wrapping our 20-inch reel in the Dynapro AT2 tire, which Ford has been working with Hankook and Dynapro since the 2015 trucks when they came out with a 20-inch. Great tire for the snow. I think you're absolutely going to enjoy that, and the capability is phenomenal. You even have a different contour that's going to be coming through the side of the vehicle too, and you're going to see it stamped differently from the top here to the side to the bottom, and that's all a new contour for 2021. Now we're going to take a look at this window sticker here too real quick. This truck, window sticker, $53,000 compared to what your availability is for 2020, not a major jump. So this, on this specific vehicle, we have built-in navigation, simple charge, $795, but when you take a look at this screen inside, you're going to see what you're getting along with that navigation, the 20-inch wheels, the sport package that's coming along with it too, and this, the 2.7-liter EcoBoost. Now let's talk about a couple motor lineups that you have available. Standard motor for this truck in 2021 is going to be the 3.3-liter V6. That's going to be putting out a 290 horsepower rating. Then we're going to go up to this, the 2.7-liter. 2.7-liter takes us up to 325 horsepower. We're then going to carry 400 horsepower in both the 5-liter V8 and the 3.5-liter EcoBoost engine. Most importantly for 2021, Ford's going to be offering a 3.5-liter PowerBoost, which is going to be a hybrid working with that 3.5-liter. Now that engine is putting out a staggering 430 horsepower with 570 pound-foot of torque. You diesel guys out there, take a look back in the 06 and 05 and even the 2003 with a 7.3-liter, take a look at what your torque ratings are. It's impressive to see that a 3.5-liter 6-cylinder engine paired with a hybrid can do that with a range of up to 700 miles. That's amazing. I can go from here to South Carolina without ever stopping to fill up on a tank of fuel. Let's take a look at the interior of this truck and keep the hits coming. Come on, follow me. Now let's take a look at the back seat of the 2021 F-150. You're gonna have a 60-40 split rear seat. You're gonna have a storage compartment that's down below on the driver's side of that 60% portion. On the side of the seat, you're gonna have a tether. That tether right here is how you're gonna be able to release that seat and be able to collapse that down. Now the interior is a new design for the 2021 F-150, and you're gonna see that kind of carry through from the front to the back, and you're gonna see that on every different trim level is completely new interior, including the contours of the seating, making that center seat a bit wider and being able to have 3 full-size passengers in the back of the truck. I'm 5'8". We've got these seats about 60% of the way back where I can comfortably drive the vehicle, but I have a foot of leg room back here. I can see comfortably. It is a stadium seating design, so I'm seeing out the windshield along with the driver and passenger in the front row. Now you're going to notice the back. This is a completely different console, a lot more comfortable, a cell phone storage tray that can be right here for the rear occupants of the vehicle. Then you're going to have 2 cup holders with this beautiful chrome trim that really gives it that tough look. You got a 12-volt outlet that's going to be up above, along with a USB and USB-C down below. Over here, you're going to have a 400-watt power inverter on a 120-volt system. Our air and directional controls are going to be here. That's just the back seat. Let's take a look at the front seat and see exactly what we're going to look at there. The first thing I want to look at is the door. So the door of this truck has completely changed how the soft touch texture is with contrast stitching that you have in this vehicle. Now we're going to carry that up to where your door handle is and where you release the door lever, and that's going to be right there in that contour, so you can actually open your door from the inside very easily, but it's a tucked away. Now you have a map, and that's what we're zooming in now. What is that map of? Down in Detroit and Dearborn, where this truck is built, is a beautiful way to just have a little bit more Ford pride. Taking a look at the side of your seat too, where the passenger seat is, you're going to see Ford built right into the side of that seating. Now when we come up and we start taking a look at things like the vents that are up here, you have an American flag that's going to be on the side of the vehicle, so every time you open the door, you know where this truck is made. This is the all-new F-150, and I love the contour and I love the texture of the top part of the dash. Now this, they've carried on a design that's very similar to the Super Duty by offering us a top storage compartment and a glove box down below. That's separated by this carbonized gray color that's going to come through and carry through the entire vehicle all around your humongous 12-inch display. I mean, it's 12 inches. I mean, I remember like when I was a kid, our TV wasn't even this big. But now you've got buttons on the top going, now I can do a regular XLT F-150, and this doesn't have the 360 camera, right, which you can have available in the 302. Our auto start stop, our camera option. Then we also have our hazard lights and our traction control. If we put this vehicle into a mode of just the accessory mode, it's just massive. So it's like, what's not to love about how much they've changed the 21 F-150? This is a significant improvement. Let's start talking about what things you're going to get now, what you could not get in 2020. Let's talk about the improvements. First of all, push button start. That's number one. You'll see it flashing because we're in that accessory mode. When you look down here, we're going to have our digital climate control, right? But now there's dual climate control. We didn't have that in 2020. Now we have that in the XLT available for the 2021. Down here, we still have our smart charging USB and USB-C, and that's able to be used, and it will be used when you're using things like this. This button here is awesome because it folds your shifter, and then when you take your folded shifter, you now have a workstation still able to access that cubby hole, and now you can use this for whatever you could imagine using a workstation for, whether you're going to have lunch, whether you're going to be doing paperwork, filling out invoices if you're a contractor, or just simply working on things that are smaller but you need to be out of the elements to do so. You can use your F-150 to do that without a problem. You still have your storage down below with a sliding tray that's removable as well. This doubles as a file hanger as well, so using this truck more for a work purpose is definitely there. Or if it's just your daily driver, you've got all the room you need inside with an available 19-speaker B&O sound system that in certain trim levels even has speakers in the headrest. Are you kidding me right now? That's available for an F-150. That's why they make so many different trim levels, so you can literally have anything you'd like. I can't get over this screen though, so let's talk about that a bit. When you come through here, this is using Ford's navigation system. Once we plug into our USB, we can also use Apple CarPlay or Android Auto. even when we're hitting buttons like the top button here, I've got our tailgate shut, but this is the size of your screen for your reverse camera. If you're gonna back into something with a camera that large, maybe you just need to have a spotter like a 747 parking up in the tarmac. So we'll take a look at things like our settings, right? So going into our settings, you've got a very responsive screen that's able to show you things like your display and how you want to view that. Valley mode, vehicle hotspot, which we do have here with our 4G hotspot as well. Sound system, our clock, we're adding phones for Bluetooth and our connectivity via Wi-Fi. Going to sync navigation. Sync navigation, this is the most updated sync that we have available now, but you can use this or you can go into using your Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. If you'll notice, there isn't going to be a CD player in this vehicle. Don't remember the last time I had one. Maybe Ace of Base, who knows? But you come through here and we'll start looking at some other options of going, the redundant controls that you see here is just going into sound settings. Then you're going into what different medias you want to use, whether we're going to be using the screen or not using the screen, and whether we're turning the screen completely off if it's distracting while driving. It's just simply clicking through this button here. Now we've got our fan controls for lower and upper. It's just a toggle switch here. Heated seats that are going to be in the 302A F150 as well. Coin holder up above, and then we have our drive modes. So if you're used to having your drive mode on the side of your shifter, where it goes into sport, and then it goes into, you know, an economy mode. I'm going to show you what this looks like up on the screen, because they're going to give us a way to see these in a way you haven't seen them before. So if we're clicking through our drive mode, normal drive mode, we're going to switch over to tow haul mode. You're going to see that gearing come up. We're then going to go to an economy mode, flipping over to a green leaf. Our sport mode, which has got a checkered flag ripping and gripping this twin turbo engine. Now also you're going to see down here where you have the truck, we're going to have an option for lane keeping system on and off. Those cameras are going to be hidden behind your rear view mirror, which is a self-dimming electrochromatic rear view mirror. Those are going to have two different cameras that are pointing towards the lanes. Moving on. So we're going to go to our other drive mode of back over here. Now we went to, let's go to slippery. Now that's going to be in ice. Okay, it's going to have a four-wheel drive shift in progress, deep snow and sand, and then flipping over to mud and rut. Now there are going to be, as hearsay is, in the Tremor for 2021, also a rock crawl mode that you'll see available. So this is very similar to what you're going to see with the Bronco in the go over any type of terrain modes in those GOAT modes or the drive modes that are available. Two-wheel high, four-wheel high, and four-wheel low available on this truck as well. Manually input those by simply pressing the button, and that'll switch us over once the vehicle's engaged into a driving mode, right? You got to see the buttons that are over here too. You're going to have another 400 watt inverter. So that's 1, 2, 3. You got one in the bed, you got one on the back of the console, you got one up on your dash, another 12 volt outlet here. So plugging in things that are a little bit older, let's just put it that way. I don't remember the last time I've used one unless you're using a dual USB to try and work that. Well, it makes more sense to use your smart charging system. This is just unbelievable. We got to check out over on this side, the driver's positioning. I'm going to show you a couple quick things, and I'm going to shut the tailgate too, because you're going to have this tailgate release that's available. Let's see how good the guy, our camera guy's arm is going to be. So you got on, now this is going to be the driver and passenger side mirrors with LED that shoots out of those mirrors. You have your Chimsel camera, or your Chimsel light. That's going to be where your center high mount stop lamp is in the bed of the truck. That'll turn on those lights. And that's also going to turn on your flashlight behind the truck on the tailgate. This is going to be how you're going to adjust from lights on to an auto mode to a parking light to off. This is going to dim and brighten your dash, and this is your parking brake for the vehicle as well. Last but not least, we're going to go check underneath the hood for this, the 2021 F-150, and show you one of all of the motors that are available. This is the 2.7 liter twin turbo V6, ripping out well over 300 horse. Yeah, that was the two lights that I just clicked. That. So when they say there's lighting, you got a flashlight on the back, you have LED lights out the side, you have LED high beams, LED low beams, LED fog lights, LED daytime running lamps. It's all LED for 2021. Ford brought it to the table. You got to check these out. Clear reservoirs all the way through. Very easy to see, very easy design here. Your air intake system is going to be here, your 2.7 liter twin turbo with two turbines, one per side, and a huge battery over on the left-hand side of this truck. Ford has put their logo just about everywhere, including where you've got your logo up above, where your engine, potential engine firing and smothering piece here goes, and then up by where your rearview mirror is, instead of having it in tinted, they brought it out in a brighter color to just make sure everybody knows that that's that Ford coming down the road from 2021. This is the 2021. All right, this is the XLT. This is the trim level that is the most common to find with the most adjustments that you can make on it. This is Lasco Ford. Check us out on our website. It's www.lascoford, L-A-S-C-O, and just check out some of the inventory that we have. This is available now. You can get it today, and we do ship anywhere in the US. Please like, subscribe, and you'll see even more of the trim levels that are available for the 21 F-150. Thanks for watching.